Lilibet Diana, the youngest child of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, has yet to make her debut on UK soil after her birth in Santa Barbara, California, in June. With no picture of the child available publicly, speculation about what the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are planning for her christening has been rife. NBC royal correspondent Neil Sean claimed it is unlikely Lilibet Diana will have her day at St George's Chapel in Windsor because of the alleged intervention of a senior royal family member. Mr. Sean claimed, "One of the bigger problems that Meghan really encountered of later is that she wanted her daughter, Lilibet Diana, to be christened in the place she was married alongside her husband Prince Harry. And then the christening of her firstborn, Archie. But that came to a grinding halt. Both Harry and Meghan were very keen to make that return and make sure that christening happened, particularly in front of Her Majesty the Queen. Some people may say they're just capitalizing on their royal connection, and why not? It's how they make money now." But moving forward, there was one person who basically decided there wasn't an appetite for this, and the person that seemingly is, so far, not willing to kiss and make up with his younger brother. He further claimed, according to a very good source, Prince William was the one who basically said, "No, we don't think this is going to work, it wasn't a particularly good idea." Kensington Palace has declined to comment. Prince William's relationship with his younger brother Prince Harry has been fraught in recent years, and the brothers have not spent much time together since the Duke of Sussex stepped down from his working royal role in March 2020. The pair were briefly reunited twice this year, first at Prince Philip's funeral in April, where they were seen exchanging a few words thanks to Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge's intervention, and then again in July at the unveiling of a statue commemorating their late mother, Princess Diana. Over the summer, a friend of the Princess of Wales claimed the brothers had been slowly restarted communications over Zoom. Stuart Pearce suggested Kate and Meghan Markle had also been playing a pivotal role in helping their husbands reconnect, albeit virtually. Mr. Pearce said, "I know that the four are talking with one another and they re-talking by Zoom FaceTime. They re very close with one another. And what TMS remarkable, is that they all totally respect each other, but this lens is different. It TMS not, William and Kate TMS, responsibility to be involved in, verbalizing anything. What they do is just simply offer as much peace and tranquility and calm as possible." Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced their decision to take a step back from active royal work in March 2020 and confirmed the decision to step down indefinitely after a one-year trial. The couple shortly set up home in Canada following a 6-week break from royal duty in the autumn of 2019, which they said they would use to spend time with their then 6-month-old son Archie Harrison. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex later relocated to California before international travel was shut down because of the coronavirus pandemic. Neither Meghan Markle nor her son have returned to the UK since, and Lilibet Diana has yet to be introduced to members of the royal family in person. Damon Durrock had raised concerns that he felt badly treated and no longer wanted to settle in Norway, which prompted the princess to consider the move. She answered, "Yes, it may be that we end up there eventually." The princess confirmed her intentions to move to the US along with her 3 daughters Maud Angelica Benn, Leah Isadora Benn, and Emma Tallulah Benn, in April 2021. Currency of the Louise, who is 4th in line to the Norwegian throne, had previously lived in the US after moving to New York City in 2004, with her then husband Ari Benn. The couple divorced in 2017 before Ari Benn passed away in 2019. Live updates: Royal family live, embarrassing. Meghan and Harry mocked over NY trips since she began dating Durrock. The royal had split her time between Los Angeles and the Hamptons and had intended to move to the US before she silenced the speculation this week. She hinted that her decision had been impacted by the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. She addresses the impact of COVID, stating that the experience has allowed her confidence within herself to grow and that she can handle anything that life throws her way. Her Royal Highness said, "I feel like we've been through a very dark valley and are starting to come out on the other side, and that TMS very good. I think we all feel that now we can deal trademark with anything, because now the worst that can happen has happened. At least I feel that I have become even more confident in myself, because now I know that I can handle anything that life throws my way. Reflecting on turning 50, Princess Mkarensiva Louise spoke of what she had learned from her family ahead of her milestone birthday. As the eldest child of King Harold and Queen Sonia, Princess Mkarensiva Louise said she has listened to the teachings of her father on how to cope with life and its experience. The princess said, "I think it's quite nice to be 50. My father says that age is just a number, and he has more experience than me. Now you have many good years ahead. So then I believe in him. If the move went ahead in the future, it would be similar to the one carried out by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who moved to California following their decision to step back from the British monarchy. Harry, 37, and his wife Meghan, 40, moved to California in early 2020 with their firstborn child Archie Mountbatten Windsor. The pair recently welcomed their second child Lilibet Diana in June, and the family continue to live together in a Montecito property they purchased together. Despite Mkarensiva Louise being unable to relocate at present, other royals had previously made the switch to US soil, like Harry and Meghan. Princess Madeleine of Sweden famously left Sweden to live and work in New York City after a broken engagement. While in the Big Apple, she met her now husband, banker Christopher O.T.M. Neal, before the pair permanently relocated to Florida. Princess Eugenie, the cousin of Prince Harry, also lived in the US between 2013 and 2015, while she worked for an art auction house called Paddle 8. Beatrice and her husband Edoardo Morpelli Mozzi welcomed their first child into the world last weekend. The baby girl weighed 6 pounds 2 ounces and was born at the Chelsea and Westminster Hospital. After Buckingham Palace confirmed the birth earlier this week, Beatrice herself tweeted, "So delighted to share the news of the safe arrival of our daughter on Saturday, September 18, 2021, at 23.42, at the Chelsea and Westminster Hospital, London. Thank you to the midwife team and everyone at the hospital for their wonderful care." She joins her sister, Princess Eugenie, in motherhood, who gave birth to her first child, August, earlier this year. The sisters are known to be extremely close, having grown up under the royal spotlight. This was made all the more intense when their parents, Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, went through a very public divorce in 1996, with their exploits laid bare. It forced Beatrice and Eugenie to strike a close bond, the two having since talked at length about their personal hardships growing up. Beatrice has been particularly candid, opening up about her dyslexia, and the complications that came with it while in school. Her comments could be seen as a roadmap to guide her child as she grows up as part of the royal family. She said, "I think if I were able to, I would say do not be defined by those moments that happened to you in that exam or classroom, because they are lifelong learnings. They are lessons that you carry with you and they build you up to be who you are." She also opened up about how dyslexia affected her learning early on. Beatrice said, "The reason why I am so passionate about dyslexia is because, being a dyslexic person myself, I feel like I really understand that we have a responsibility to change the narrative around what we are delivering to young people in the classroom. I was very lucky, I got to go to a school that was very nurturing, and very supportive. But, I would describe the actual day-to-day learning side of things very challenging. I remember we had different colored books to describe where your reading levels had got to, and I was always on the white books. Don't miss, my best friends were always on the yellow books or the green books, they were so far ahead. I think at that stage, those moments of doubt just pop into your head. I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, why am I not like the others? I think when you TM in the classroom, those moments are very defining. Beatrice and Eugenie's children will likely grow up further away from the firm's innermost circle, given that the two have sought to carve out their own personal lives away from the monarchy, both earning an income from regular jobs. The Telegraph's Camilla Tominey last year suggested that as they build families of their own, Prince Andrew's dream of them becoming full-time working royals was now in tatters. A source told Ms. Tominey that all the sisters have ever wanted was to live their own lives. They said, although Andrew was always pushing for them to have more royal responsibilities, all Bee and Hugh have ever really wanted is to live their own lives, while supporting the Queen when the need arises. In many ways, what has happened with their father has finally settled the debate over their future. It actually makes life a little easier for them. Of course, they remain supportive of both their parents, but they have their own lives and careers and are keen to avoid being dragged into any controversy. While Beatrice's baby will not be given a title by the royal family, she will inherit one from Mr. Mopelli Mozzi's side. He comes from an Italian noble family whose ancestral seat is the Villa Mopelli Mozzi in the Bergamo province of Italy. However, his and his family's titles are not recognized in Italy or the UK. She will be known as Nobile Donna, noble woman.